Nobody can, I think, build on the Tundra side. Only Phoenix can build some auras, but other than that, maybe 33 is gonna be like, you know, pipe, drums, Crimson Guard, same type of, you know, style.
That is a plan. What about predictions here? Harry, let's start with you.
I think I'm gonna go with Spirit. I just still haven't. I've always seen Tundra be the ones applying pressure. I feel like if they are the ones being pressured, I'm still not sure if they're gonna be able to deal with it. So I guess that's why I'm leaning Spirit.
I'll go with Tundra because of the balance they have in the lineup.
I'm also going to go with Tundra. I do feel like they have a pretty solid roster coming into this game. Maybe the fact that I'm shaking a bit more about Tundra and Spirit is the fact that Spirit has been playing more from behind, and I feel like Tundra has been making less mistakes. But I guess this series will, at least game will tell which one of these two teams came more prepared. Thank you, Rezo, for your input. You can go in and enjoy the games, pile your notes. Me and Harry will continue with the commentary.
Thank you, guys.
So we are taking over Panda. We're taking over. We have let go of Rezo. We are now on our own, but we're gonna get ourselves into the game. I think it's unfair that production put that Rezo has only 2 predictions. He should probably be given like the number from yesterday, the lowest that somebody had at the start of the day. That was probably...
You mean like a Rezo audience vote that he can always vote even if he's watching chat?
That
a separate one?
Yeah, that would be fair because he wasn't here for the Swiss stage, right? We got way too much of an advantage over him.
Yeah, he's got some catching up to do.
Yeah.
Looking at these facet choices here, we got the Hellbear convert coming in from the Chen, so something has changed from the usual Satyr.
Yeah, I mean, you want the Hellbear to die in the lane so that your Broodmother can attack more, right? It just makes sense. And maybe when there's gonna be Spiderlings, if you send those Hellbears to die, you're just gonna be buffing everybody. So that might be the reason that he's going for it.
Wondering how they are planning to set up the lanes, because at the moment Chen is bottom and Clock is top, so they don't even get the benefit of that Hellbear for the Broodmother by the looks of it. So a support swap.
Yep. So it's who's going to be getting the benefit? It's going to be the Bristleback.
It's the Bristleback then, yeah.
That's still fine, right? This hero does pack a punch, minus armor as well. We'll see how it works. They moved Saksa to the bottom lane. They don't want him versus a Clockwork, it seems. Or no, they want him versus the Chen. Makes sense, right? So he's just gonna be running around and trying to kill those converts.
And that's probably why Miposhka also picked up the Hellbear convert, because you don't want to really kill it. So I like this idea here with the lane swap, right?
Yep. Really.
And the facet choice change as well, because I think that makes a huge difference. If it's a Satyr, you just eat the Satyr, and Nyx is gonna be very happy with that. But you kill the Hellbear, suddenly your enemies are buffed. Cool idea.
So dyrachyo did play for Team Spirit, so this was 2020. That was a long time ago. Yadaro has been the staple carry for them for a long time. Also, I mean, I went for Spirit here, but if I look at the Invoker, BZM for me is the X factor. His movements to the side lanes could completely destroy this idea of how Spirit wants to play Dota. So I'm thinking you're really gonna be needing some wards close to your lanes. The one on the bottom for Spirit I like, and I'm assuming that the next one they get there is going to be placed somewhere in the path from BZM going towards the top lane.
33 taking some hits from Radon and from Rue. It's going to be all right here. Some hits back and forth. While the mid is starting to build up here, 10 and 6 in favor of the Invoker.
There is a couple of creeps going towards the puck, so if Laurel gets those CS, it's still gonna be fine-ish for him. But the Phoenix has 9 CS. You know, that is something that you definitely don't see every day. But definitely some of the creeps in the jungle went to Whitemon.
Yeah, Whitemon's been farming pretty actively.
Doom went for the created the creep that reduces the heals. That's actually quite nice versus the Broodmother. Once you get the insatiable hunger, if you can reduce those heals, it does help. The Wool Assassin is the name of the creep.
3-minute Lotus. Whitemon and dyrachyo, they both go for Tundra.
Yeah, I mean, on the bottom lane, you've got no chance. You don't have a stun, and the enemies do.
just harassed. Sunstrike coming in, but Mampochka's not going to walk into this. However, one right click required. Collapse is trying to zone him out, but the moment Chen turns around for a hit, trying to help with the Soxa kill for Collapse, he drops.
Nice.
And a Dragon Tail just in time.
Very nicely done. He went for a spike carapace, then they got the Dragon Tail, and he did manage to get his distance away. Also, Rodan is being pressured. That's a Blood Grenade. He's gonna drop low.
Ooh. One more connection from Fire Spirits needed. 30. He's gonna go for the chase here, popping the Scorched Earth. The desperate one at least to try and find the Brute. He's still pretty fast on his feet. Brute does have brown boots, 402 movement speed.
They're really applying the pressure to Rodan. If these lanes continue to go this well for Tundra, it's gonna be easy for BZM to make those rotations, right? Because if you win the lanes quite heavily, the Invoker, who's already doing well in the lane, every single rotation will turn out to be a kill, unless Spirit are playing super defensive, which in turn will also hurt them. So Spirit should be afraid of it right now, but Ru, well, he does clockwork things. This hero is just insane when it comes down to level 3.
We're kind of talking about the lineups activating for Spirit, maybe to hit those timings faster, but with this laning stage being this rough, Radon will go down to Whitemon. 33 will get the assist. As this Brute Mother drops, they are increasing their lead here in the top lane.
They're really putting the pressure onto Yatoro. And I'm not sure how you change that. I mean, yeah, the puck, once he gets the level 6, any kind of dive is gonna be met with a response. But that is the one thing about Team Spirit, is they're not that great at killing you. They're very good at controlling the lanes, but you still need to come out of the laning stage somewhat strong to be able to make that happen.
Those little moves happening here and there, Spirit needs to connect them perfectly, because might just be that Tundra getting themselves a better laning stage. Spirit suddenly falls behind, and they don't want to be too behind with this lineup, don't they? No, you don't want to. But overall, I mean, Spirit have been very good at reactions, and if you react once or twice versus Tundra when they're applying pressure, at some point you will open up the map in a way that that this lineup is meant to play. So at the moment, things are definitely looking bad for them. But we'll see if they can take it back. It has to be Laurel that starts that slow comeback, so that they are at least close to even to Tundra. Just get worried seeing pucks being, playing from behind if they don't get their item timings, that they have no playmaking capability around the map, and then Tundra can just roam around the map, do whatever they want. They have the XP advantage, getting a level 6 on the Nyx Assassin early. And I think he might even contest that Wisdom Rune, as 50 seconds time for that. The Shield Rune got denied by BZM.
Yeah, this is the thing. The puck really needs those power runes. The Invoker, not so much. Invoker moves fast around the map anyways, as dyrachyo. Yeah, just applying pressure onto Collapse, but you have to be careful when that many full spray stacks are on you, even with high armor of the DK.
What they can do here, Sunstrike's off the mark. As it won't end up being Collapse chasing him down. Zoxa's dropping quite low too. He's got a big wand for himself and the Mind Flare, but it's straight into the raindrops, and the Breathe Fire at almost maximum range for dyrachyo. The good setup of spells there, using the first one for popping the raindrops, the second one to secure the kill. Whitemon also found a kill in the top lane of the Clockwork. So 2 more for Tundra, 2k ahead, and now the 7-minute Wisdom spawning. Radon will get the kill on Whitemon. He will not be able to deny himself.
Yeah, finally he gets something. Overall, that Mind Flare wouldn't have done enough damage if there was not a raindrop.
This is one way to farm.
Yep. I mean, with the Chen, we'll see if it works out that he's the one just getting all the farm. But overall, I really liked how Tundra played that thing in the bottom lane. If it was Breathe Fire then Mind Flare, it wouldn't have been enough, because the Nyx wasn't doing any damage. But because it was the Mind Flare, just a little bit to break the raindrop, and then the Breathe Fire to kill him. That was beautiful. While Ru, he still steals the Wisdom Rune. It wasn't the puck, but the Clockwork makes it there in time. It's huge. As 33, he's chasing onto Radon. He does have his level 6, but
no mana.
Yeah, no mana at the moment.
Just the Mango that he's holding on to, and he's burnt his spells. Radon disappeared for a moment, so burning off seconds of the Scorched Earth does not allow the Doom to go for a chase.
Yeah, that's the speed aura now, 8 at the Cobbled Foreman, so this Doom is going to be very, very hard to catch. Saksa, I thought for a second that he was level 6. Like, what the hell is going on when he didn't have a Wisdom Rune, but...
Oh, Sunstrike there coming out as well on Miposhka, and another secured kill. Dyrachyo for the killing spree here. 3 up, maybe even a 4th one as well of Collapse.
Still has one
There's no help coming out here for him, so he's going to try to stretch this all the way to the end versus Whitemon, hoping to get a Phoenix kill, but no such luck. It's going to be Saksa picking this one up. 6-1 now for Tundra. And a moment ago it was 2K, now it's 3K net worth lead here, and their cores are getting away from Spirit with every passing minute.
Yep, they are really making a big gap between themselves. I mean, look at the Dragonite. Nobody's even close. He's 1,000 ahead of the Broodmother and the Puck. It's definitely not looking good for Spirit at the moment.
But of course, as we are in the second day of the playoffs, we've got on Friday the main event beginning here in Belgrade, Serbia at the Sava Center on the 31st of January to the 2nd of February. Exclamation mark ticket into chat. You'll get information and a link to click to find what kind of tickets you want to buy. There are several different types that you can consider for yourself. We hope to see you here this weekend here in Belgrade. Dyrachyo now being
already has an armlet.
He is so tanky on this DK. I don't think this is necessarily the play from Team Spirit, because now there's Saksa, now there's Whitemon coming in. Miposhka dies to the Sunstrike. Easy combination there with a Nick stun to the power of the sun.
BZM is probably the only one who plays this Exort Invoker early on, right? A lot of the people would just go for the Wex class. Nope, he wants to have a Sunstrike with the Nyx on your side. It is going to be an insane amount of damage, and that is one weakness of this Tundra lineup, is they don't push out lanes or top. Uses the Mind Flare, secures the creep, gets himself away, but then when the Dragonite and him are going forward, then it happens, and
well, let's jump straight into action. BZM in the middle of a fight will take down WEU, as Whitemon got denied by the neutral simultaneously, and maybe Laurel gets his much needed kill here off a BZM deafening blast TP out, but he was able to get out of that disarm as he will finish off the Invoker. Not sure, did he have his phase shift already on cooldown, or did he manage to use that very short duration to dodge the deafening blast? But it allowed him to right-click.
He has only one level in Wex. The Wex is the thing that gives you disarm, so it's 1.25 seconds. So
it's just a second. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's why he was able to attack. People would assume that it's Quas but I think it's the Quas gives the knockback, and the Wex gives you the disarm.
No kill for Team Spirit, but a lot more needs to be done here to activate the cores as this Broodmother's going down. Dyrachyo sucks the 33, the help of the Sunstrike from BZM as he's just respawned back into the game. And now they can start pressuring these towers more and more. Top T1's already down to 50%. They also want to fend off Miposhka here.
Well, if they get close to him with the stun, Miposhka, with the way he's moving, yeah, he doesn't have boots, only to wind delays. He's so slow. Yeah, they
well played by Saksa here. He's able to dodge the Centaur stun as he's at the same time lining up his Mind Flare. Will probably die to Team Spirit, but Larl and WEU are going to try and make a play onto the egg, but here comes Dyrachyo. The egg's taking hits, and one more will do it. Whitemon will drop. Dyrachyo has to turn around. Kills there for Team Spirit, despite the Chen falling.
This is the timing for Team Spirit, right? Just outside of the laning stage is when they are gonna start moving, farming the Ancients that they've been stacking. We saw Collapse there with the smoke, doing exactly that. But the thing is that you always have to look at it. Did you lose the laning stage too much that these moves aren't gonna be making a difference? Because the Doom is pressuring the Broodmother tower. Under different circumstances, that wouldn't be something that would be allowed, but under the circumstances that we have currently in the game, he might just be getting this tower without any contest.
Rakan is moving around the area. He's got his presence nearby. If Team Spirit wants to defend this T1 tower, if they do, might feel a bit rough to go against 3 heroes. At least they're glyphing it, but it does look like no response is going to come out from Team Spirit. They don't want to send too many heroes here just to defend a tower that's probably going to fall anyway and risk losing heroes more.
They're just going to stay defensive for now. You still don't want to allow your big jungle to get overtaken. I know it happens a lot in the current meta, but with the Broodmother on top and with a lot of the nets, you cannot allow it. You have to protect the top side of the map. And Saksa Well, they're gonna be looking towards him. The hookshot connects. He's out of the cogs. Does look like he will survive, but the drums being used. Radon gets the stun, and it will be a dead brood mother. Spirit understanding that they need this side of the map, but they won't be able to protect it. And Tundra are already in a smoke, moving to the other side of the map. They're trying to do right now is get the Bristol back, open up the bottom side of the map, and if you're able to do that, that ancient farming, which is also one of the ways for Spirit to come back into the game, isn't gonna be there. But Collapse, he reads it perfectly.
Tundra's lead continues to grow here.
They're gonna get the wisdom
with every moment, and yeah, getting that wisdom rune as well is gonna help a lot, but not for Team Spirit. Think of it pressurized here. Collapse has got multiple hostiles in the area. They'll start with the DK stun, and just look at the amount of damage that they have. It's so hard to fight back. Larl will try at least with this coil to kill dyrachyo with the help of the tower, but he definitely would need some backup for this one. Team Spirit is feeling a bit disarmed at the moment.
They even use the glyph for the extra damage. They're hoping that they're going to be getting some return kills, but no such luck. Both of the wisdom runes will be going towards them. Okay, Spirit, they got both of the 7-minute runes, but of course these ones are more valuable, and Tundra just continues to control the game. Spirit has to find a way to shove out those waves.
Thing with that early armlet build up on that DK, looks like it has spoiled quite a lot of Team Spirit's confidence to find kills on the map. Like we already talked about how tanky they are to try and kill either one, the Doom or the DK on the side lanes. Can they even get to BZM's Invoker without both supports rotating in? Pretty rough, pretty hard. But that armlet timing literally changed a lot. Now, again, when they were diving the tier 2 tower, he's just able to armlet toggle his way out of that one and not even lose a hero, wasting a glyph on that technically.
There is one more item that Team Spirit are looking forward to, is this Orchid, but I mean, that item is so powerful if you are the ones that are taking down towers, if you're the ones playing on the opponent's side of the map. If they're constantly running at you, doesn't happen.
Setting up on 33 here, and they can get this Doom. That'd be a pretty worthy kill, and looks like they will. Radon curing it. Much needed gold for the Brood Mother. Looking at the net worth on all these 3 cores, they need every little bit.
Very smart that they're protecting that top part of the map. A lot of the times you would just move towards bottom, but Spirit there, they left vision, and they're playing on the top side, already walking into the pit, while Collapse is taking a bit of a beating in the mid lane. Oh, they scanned this out. They're just gonna die.
They're just gonna let this one go and let the Collapse Bristleback fall. Larla's coming in to help him. Collapse is dead. Soxa might fall. But looks like he's also going to be able to get out. They focus the egg instead, so they'll get Whitemon. Soxa's TP home.
Yeah, so they scanned the ocean, knew that they couldn't get there in time, so they just dove the Bristleback. He does have his Aghanim Scepter, but Bristleback hates dying at the 15 to the 20-minute mark. It's kind of like with the Timber Saw. This is where you're at your strongest, and it's really, really bad if the enemies are able to completely down your timing.
Let's see what they can do with this this Aegis. Only going to be a farming Aegis, most likely. Team Spirit has to play catch-up.
Yeah, you have an Orchid on the Brood, so I think the plan for Team Spirit doesn't change no matter what the game state is. It's always gonna be shove out the waves, go for pickoffs. Shove out the waves, go for pickoffs. There's not gonna be any...
Yeah, with an Orchid, you're not gonna spend time farming just.
Exactly, right? You might have to if Tundra are able, because of their lead, to shove in the waves towards you, then this lineup of Team Spirit just cannot fight. If you go for a forced out fight, you're gonna lose. There's no doubt about it. You're versus a Doom, Invoker, Nyx, Egg. Like, there's so many things that you're gonna die to. And you're, on the other hand, the only thing that you have working for you is the coil, and it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah. Closer to his BKB2. 33, picking up the plate mail towards his Shiva's Guard. Of some tankiness versus the Brood and the Bristle. Non already scouting aggressively here with the third point, an insatiable hunger.
You should have glyphed that. That was the first tier 1 dropping. Definitely could have refreshed the glyph. Tundra even forgot like what's happening versus a Chen and a Brood. They didn't take a single tower for 18 minutes, but you have to start somewhere.
They decide to smoke up again. Whitemon is in a good position to pop those smokes. Actually looking for that 18-minute rune steal will cost his life. Spirit were ready for this one with numbers.
Yeah, just has to be speed, right? Because obviously at the moment, Tundra are playing in a way that they are shoving out the waves. Okay, so...
Interesting. All right.
Oh,
Voice leak.
Oh yeah, there's... They probably just left the headphones there, the extra pair. And it's just...
Yeah, that also works. They just need the time to quickly mute and continue going. And off we go once again. So towards the mid T1.
Yep. This is their timing. They might be 6k gold behind, but with speed, they can shove out the waves and find pickoffs. It's the way. So what are Tundra waiting for to start preventing this? You need to be strong on one hero that can just posture aggressively and be fat enough that your team can almost always respond. I think that's why this Doom is going for a Shiva's guard. That might be an item. Just makes you tanky enough so that your team can get close to you in time.
Stocks are quite deep in the triangle here, trying to read where Team Spirit are currently.
It's dangerous.
Will spawn in the triangle again. Thinking maybe he's planning to block some of those with his sentry placed down, but it looks like it's straight under the outpost position.
They're in a good position on the side of the...
Larl is going to show himself, and dyrachyo is nearby, but already manages to slip away. There's only 1.5 minutes left on that Aegis for Radon.
He is pretty deep, so he's using this Aegis to play a little bit more aggressive than usual, and he's hoping that the enemies won't even try to go for him because he has it. So far, it has worked out, but Tundra, maybe they should have responded to him.
Team Spirit's only found 1 kill with this Aegis. It's still 1 more than nothing as the Broodmother goes past the Invoker in net worth for the first time since the laning stage.
Yeah, this is the first time that a core from Spirit is ahead of a core from Tundra ever since we saw the net worth at 5 minutes in. They get a nice shard. I guess would have been probably better on the Chen, just so that you have the Ancient Creep to shove out the waves a little bit more, but it's still nice to have even the one.
33 and Whitemon setting up with the Doom right on top of Larl.
Is this the first Doom that we see? I think so.
It feels like it, at least. It's been a while. Might just be the first one. It's a pretty big target to find because now that the puck is dead, Team Spirit won't be able to push another tower as 5 with the Aegis, which they were probably maybe considering that bot T1 they could still take. Now that opportunity passes.
Yeah, overall, I think the idea of Tundra now is gonna be to place lane wards. That will probably be the smartest way for them. Place lane wards and catch the heroes that are going for split pushing. They're gonna be shoving out the waves. That is 100% the best way to be catching Spirit. Look at that, they caught the puck on the lane ward. If you get a couple of those, it's going to be a problem. Spirit are already ready in the mid lane. They understand just how important it is not to be caught there by the Nyx or by Vision.
Oh, Radon walks into 33, but this time he does not have the Doom available.
This is the Shiva.
Chewing through the Shivas down to half. Pops his BKB. 1v3 Spirits coming in to help from the north side of that T1 tower. Getting to the occasion here.
Help is coming.
There's the hook shot from Rue. Nice tornado from BZM by some time. Soxa will die. The eggs at the back, and Team Spirit can just move away. These are going out. Whitemon will just jump away. We'll trade the Nyx. That's a 9-second BKB from Radon as well. dyrachyo, though, gets dusted as he goes in. And then we've been highlighting a bit that he likes to go in, sure, but he does not have the backup at the start of the fight. He is dropping quite low, and he will not survive this fight. Team Spirit will take down this DK. And not only just that, but Whitemon will follow as well. I think that was a bit unnecessary from Tundra. But it all starts off of dyrachyo wanting to take that
I think we're going for more.
I mean, there's not a lot of heroes remaining, right? But they'll give a bit of a warning there for the Invoker to back away. So you got a T1, you got a couple kills.
No
you
live.
Get tier 2.
Not only that, if there was a glyph available, I wouldn't be super like on point, super happy about this push. But the thing is that because there was no glyph, you take it down so fast that you have time to shove out the waves. Tundra are not out of the problems just yet. They're gonna have to come back to the map, shove out the waves, and in those situations, Spirit could strike again. At the moment, though, they are moving back, but it is going to be some time before Tundra are able to make a move of their own. So I'm curious, Panda. Don't you feel that maybe a Nyx would have done better with a 4-staff, early Ghost Scepter or something? He went for a Dagon, and I feel like with an Invoker, he already had enough damage to bring down a lot of these heroes.
Well, the way you're asking me, 4-staff versus Clockwork makes total sense, but I guess they were playing that much ahead, feeling that they can do what they want, right? We go into these situations where you can build a not ultimately necessary item needed because we're doing better.
Yeah, I guess so.
And all Nyx Assassins always get a Dagon. When I was looking at Pro Tracker Nyx Assassin games,
yeah, like 99%.
It's like 99%, yeah, pick up the Dagon. So there's barely any who skip it.
That is true, but I like that he's going for a Shard and a Ghost Scepter. These are definitely necessary items. One to break the Bristleback, the other one to save his life, because you're not surviving the silence, and every single time you want the Nyx Assassin dead. It is just annoying to have to pop the BKB as a Broodmother versus the Nyx, but if you get the Orchid, he's just out. And a very nice item for Radahn going for a Lincoln Sphere.
He has really good farm on this Broodmother.
Yep. It's going to be double Lincoln Sphere, so Doom is not going to be as scary. You don't have too many things to break the Lincolns, and even if you do, those are pretty big spells. Dragon Tail especially.
Dyrachyo, scouted by the Sentry Ward, Collapse is already running away and has his teammates around, so that's an instant turnaround for the DK. They will smoke up, seeing that Dragon form active. Stoxa also pops the Vendetta, takes a longer route in. Whitemon and Dyrachyo in for a bit of a surprise if Collapse gets in there. Radahn wants to TP into. Team Spirit want to find any kill that they can find.
They know where he is at.
Can they cancel that TP?
He's gonna try.
The coil misses. It's a close attempt from Larl. I really like the read, but it's just not close enough.
Yeah, so they know the waves were in a good position there for Spirit, but this chase gave time for Tundra to get the lanes in at least a decent position. If you get one of the lanes over the river, and now both the bottom and the top are somewhere there, you can go for moves, or at least you won't feel like Team Spirit are gonna be killing you.
And a reminder for all of you folks out there who haven't picked up their tickets yet, we have our LAN starting on Friday at Belgrade, Serbia, here for the FISSURE Playground 1 Dota tournament, starting on the 31st to the 2nd of February. So make your way here, ! Tickets, write that command into chat.
Curious, I'm clicking through Tundra heroes and I'm thinking, what are they waiting for? BKBs are very, very important. They have one on the DK. The Invoker almost has his done. Okay, it is being delivered, and the Doom has a 9-second BKB as well. You don't have anything else to wait for now. Even if the waves get shoved out towards you more, even if you're running towards a worse position for a fight, there is a really good chance that even with bad initiation, you're going to be winning it. You just need to make sure that it is your cores that are starting the fight.
Shot is used here onto the Nyx Assassin. Dyrachyo's nearby. Cannot get near that Clockwork.
Look at the top wave. Yadaro is pretty much in your base.
33, just get the jump on him. Waiting for the Doom for a second here, waiting for backup to arrive. Tornado comes in with the meatball, forcing his BKB. 33 can't get the Doom cast off, and now he finally does. So Brood is done for, and he won't get the deny. That's going to be 33 picking up a big bounty. And a pretty awkward time to die as well. Roshan's coming up in 20 seconds. Brood's gone for 60.
Yeah, you're going to go for it. Tundra getting the Rosh is a huge deal for them. This was a really bad time to die for Radahn. He could have just let his Spiderlings do the work, but he showed himself, and 33 was ready. The time has come. They do have the tankiness to go for some of these heroes on the side of Tundra, and at this point, Invoker and the Nyx are just so fast to move around the map.
Straight to the pit they go, but Team Spirit, they do want to reply. They do want to respond. You've got the Clockwork who can be sent in. The puck can also follow, but Tundra's coming out of the pit. Going to face them. They're going to get this jumper straight onto the Bristleback. Focus Collapse. Forces BKB. Dyrachyo will keep pressuring the Bristleback.
15 seconds for the Brood. You need to buy time, but he also doesn't have a BKB, so it's not going to be the strongest Brood in the world.
Tundra will back again towards the Roche pit and continue their work. They only did a little bit of damage to the Roshan, or to Roshan. Brood is coming back up now. Spirit, look at where they're coming from. Behind the gate, the TP coming in from the Brood. BZM in between, Sox is in between. Roche is very low, they see with the rocket flare. They need to get in position to try and steal this one. Tundra's coming out of the pit now.
They're gonna be losing their dragon form soon. You have to fight now if you're Tundra. It's like 1/4 of a duration left.
Feels like maybe it's just down to getting the Roshan. Now Rue is on the south side looking for an BKB inside the pit. Then they got the Aegis for dyrachyo. He's picked it up. Rajan will be empty-handed. Laurel is going to die to the stuns once again. And the egg will explode in the background, so Team Spirit have to move away from this area. Rue being chased by dyrachyo. Sentry down on the ground. They will slow him down by Miposhka. Collapse.
Maybe they can take
Rajan are surrounding him. Dragon Tail straight into the Lincolns, and now dyrachyo is stuck, but he's back healed up by the Sunray. It's going to be very tanky here. 33 charging in as well, and as you mentioned, the Doom's going to be up in a moment of seconds here. Rue will go down to Soxa. Soxa's TPing away from the fight. He's going to be okay. Rajan trying to charge in with Collapse, and Tundra with 4 heroes are making sure they're going to win this fight. Collapse is pushed away, down to 200, and runs out of HP. Whitemon, I believe the dying light on him gives him the final tick to take the Bristle down. They win Roshan, they win the fight on Roshan, and this is where Tundra is going to be looking the strongest.
This was just perfect from Tundra. Not only this fight, but everything that led up to it. Killing Yadro just before going to the Roche pit. When you have your 3 9-second BKBs, and we talked about it, Spirit, going into a straight-up fight versus 3 BKBs versus Tundra that already is a huge problem. Maybe if Rodan was faster on the click and able to take the Aegis, maybe he could have gone deeper and made a difference in this fight. But after the Aegis was taken, it was just over.
Oh, yeah. And this being the second half of the fight, too, where Laurel was already stunned up in next to the Roche pit. Tundra is fighting again. Team Spirit trying to capitalize on these ones. BZM so damn low on HP, and he lives for now. Laurel is right next to him. And they keep chasing this bot down, and he's got his Lincolns popped. He's got nowhere to go. Tundra 18,000 gold ahead. BZM somehow survives this entire engagement. It was happening simultaneously with our replay playing, so Team Spirit almost felt like, well, they've spent their ultis pretty much. Can we fight them again right away? And just doesn't work out.
They also found Collapse once again. Soxa, he's just gonna be waiting for somebody to come over. Only the Phoenix though, so he's gonna be fine on Collapse. But overall, Team Spirit now, their lineup at this point of the game doesn't really work much. The only thing that you can do is hope that you're going to be running around the opponents long enough for those BKBs to get low, Ghost Scepter used, Egg used, and that none of your heroes die. Well, that is happening in a situation where you're versus a farmed Dragonite, 20k gold behind, Doom as well. 1 or 2 of your heroes are gonna die in your attempts, and then the chase is on. So without being able to shove out the waves, this lineup does seem very weak.
And it all comes out of the early laning stage. Tundra was ahead in all 3 lanes versus Team Spirit. They have been playing catch-up ever since. dyrachyo, well, last time he was found alone, he was a lot squishier than the one he is right now, and now he turns things around onto the Brood. Forces Radon away, but he'll just instantly regenerate.
That was a nice force of the BKB. You could see that Spirit were trying to get something out of it. Rotation, reaction, BKB.
That's the story of their whole game, right?
Exactly. Pretty much that's what they've been doing for 30 minutes. Okay, 20, right?
20 minutes sounds about right, yeah.
Right after coming out of the laning stage.
Always looking for something, but never really getting anything big. A big relief. The relief package is still not received. The Team Spirit side. Tundra pushing out the wave, but not going high ground just quite yet. Having the discipline to wait it out.
Look at that. Spirits are not the type of team that are going to get clumped up in their base. They've shoved out the side lanes quite a lot, even under the threat of losing their lives, which will probably eventually happen. The scan connects.
On. Chilling there in the triangle. Laurel has been spotted by Soxa, and they're bringing in the DK. Can they do it, just the 2 of them? 1800 HP, and a Lincolns needs to be spot. The stuns are there, the Dragon Tail, the hook shot from Rue's gonna save Laurel, but the silence is there too. I'm not sure that soul burn's gonna be enough. Yeah, the puck lives. The puck lives. The clockwork gets out.
And that's Team Spirit for you, right? Usually you would see a puck die there, but somehow he has a support in the vicinity to save his life. That was all nicely done by the side of Tundra. It's just that you do not expect that a clockwork is on that part of the map as well.
33. Oh, he's playing so much
Lincolns.
Radon, but the Lincolns is just too much for him. And the coil misses on Whitemon. He'll TP home.
So that was Laurel using his Lincolns onto Radon. The Doom went in. They broke the Lincolns once, and then he went for the Doom, but
yeah,
Laurel put the other one. So very nicely done. Who broke that Lincolns though?
Doom Force Staff. The one he had, he sold his Force Staff away. Actually, he doesn't have it anymore.
I'm not sure.
Classic Doom facets.
Iposhka?
Close call there with a stun.
They're really doing a good job on Team Spirit, but it still doesn't.
Oh no.
Nice
Phoenix
silence.
is going to get brought straight back with the Bloodthorn from Radon. And they'll get Whitemon this time around, so he already managed to get out once. He won't get out twice.
He did go for the Feeding Frenzy. These Spiderlings, they really do a
Laurel
lot.
spotted.
Once again.
They were thinking about the Doom there for a second, but 33 with the help of BCM then has the damage to finish him off. Bit of vengeance for losing their Phoenix 20 seconds earlier. Now dyrachyo.
Oh, he breaks the Lincolns with the no, he doesn't with the with Infernal Blade. Shouldn't. Okay,
It should not work that.
I still don't know with what they broke the first Lincolns. Radon.
Oh, dyrachyo does have plenty. Look at that damage onto the Brood. Oh, that's DK for you.
Yeah, both of the carries have their Bloodthorns right now, and I mean, whoever gets caught by that item is gonna get bursted down, no matter who it is. The only problem with Spirit is, you just use the Doom.
Now both cores gone, and the one hero that's doing all the saving, get him out. Now Collapse is feeling comfortable, even if he is alone. Oshka's there around him, but dyrachyo's pushing in mids. You've got Doom pushing in top, the rest of Tundra down the mid lane.
They're just pushing all three of the waves. They're even putting down the banner. Every single lane is pushing towards Team Spirit.
That's your high ground glyph used. And they're going to go straight for another. Good night, Maposhka. And there's not a lot that Team Spirit can do anymore at this stage of the game. They still have team fight and damage, but they're just not getting to use it in a way they'd like to. Tundra is getting too strong. I think they might have already gotten too strong to deal with.
Yeah, even if you would go for a team fight right now for Spirit, it would have to be straight up going towards Tundra. And what their lineup is good at is finding angles from the side, getting the back lines, and then maybe collapsing onto a core hero. You cannot just straight up go onto this Dragon Knight. He's gonna rip you apart, and plus he's gonna have the backup of everybody else.
There goes another one with the clockwork falling. 30,000 gold now separate Tundra and Team Spirit. dyrachyo standing in the front, gets Bloodthorn, but he has the backup of his teammates. They're trying to draw Team Spirit in.
That still has the BKB, doesn't even have to use it. When you see a Dragon Knight and you don't see the rest of the team, you just can't go for him. You can poke maybe a little bit, but if you try to go for him and there's a turnaround, he's gonna kill every single one of you.
Absolutely. No simple thing. And it hasn't been given easy for Team Spirit at any stage of the game, right?
No, not really.
The team has truly been trying to get something.
Exactly. And Tundra are still leaving those lane wards. They know what they are gonna do, right? If Spirit go out to split push, we want to be able to catch them. Now this Brood, let's say she moves to the lane, instantly Tundra have the info on what's going on. And not only do they have the info, they have insane items, Panda. There's already a refresher on the Doom. It's 35 minutes into the game. They're just controlling everything and have way too much or way too many resources.
Here comes Tundra. That ward has given info on multiple heroes. They're thinking that they're in the Roche pit, but nobody is in there.
Roche is alive. He just came back, so at least Spirit scout that.
It's probably what they're fighting for, but there's a Radiant scan right on top of them. They know where they are. dyrachyo's trying to close out the exit.
Yeah, he's just gonna go forward. He's gonna make Team Spirit come back, so then you're gonna have to face him head on. You're not gonna be fighting without good positioning. Now Team Spirit, the only thing they can do is go from the back.
And that's what they're gonna try. 33 is gonna walk in and get the info with the Shivas and his BKB pop, and they push Team Spirit back. They are indeed just the push from dyrachyo's DKs. Too much to deal with. 33 refreshes up, gets another BKB to dispel the silence of the Bloodthorn and everything, and you'll be all right. Rue, not so much. Finding Saksa in the back. More like has Saksa found the enemy. Nightmon about to die to the coil. He'll pop his Phoenix Egg to stick around for round number 2.
Nice Lotus.
dyrachyo still hammering at that Bristleback. Broken for now, but that break runs out on the Silver Edge. BZM, he's closed the other exit out. Collapse is dead. Radon is dead. And that's going to be GG. Game number 1. Clean execution coming out from Tundra.
That was just beautiful from them going for the Mega Creeps, right? After it, you didn't really need to fight because, as we mentioned, the Spirit lineup just doesn't work if the lanes are being shoved towards you. And with the Mega Creeps, that's always going to be the case. So dyrachyo, he just